Hello everyone and welcome back to another Poppy Builds video. Yay! Today we are in Evergreen Harbor in one of the Pinecrest apartments, I believe, number 404, and I am creating a apartment for a single dad and his 3 children. He has 1 young male teen and then 2 female kid twins. So that is the family that I am building this for. You may or may not see them near the elevators, but that is the design. It also has a little bit of influence. The dad maybe is a chef or is now a retired chef, so it has some like restaurant inspired aspects to this, so like very minimal, but you do see that. Otherwise, I tried to keep most of the apartment very eco lifestyle, eco living. I wanted most of it to be very warm wood and have a little bit of a nice brown vibe to it. So I used a lot of eco lifestyle in this pack, and that was the predominant goal of doing it. I have been doing a lot of remodels lately, so you'll be seeing a few of Evergreen Harbor in the eco living pack remodels, because that's where I am right now. I'm just really vibing with it. This is one of my favorite packs. The world is kind of sketch. I wish there was smaller plots, and I also wish there was like there's nowhere to fish in Evergreen Harbor. Like, I feel like if you remodel a space and then it's finally green, then you could have fishes. Or fish still exist in pollution. Like, they don't go away. They either die or they evolve and adapt to the pollution. Either or. Neither is great, but I feel like it should have shown, it would have been a great aspect if this pack had like polluted fish. Like, for example, where I live, the catfish in the local river are not the color catfish are meant to be because of pollution, but they exist because they're like species adapt. Anyway, I think it would have been very interesting if this had like fish in the polluted river or like wherever lake blah blah that you can fish from, and then be like discolored or like different, and then if you cleaned up the world, the fish also change with it to show like evolution. So like just like the land, the water is also getting clean. That would have been very cool. That's my only gripe. One of my biggest gripes about this world is I have yet to find a place to fish, and I don't really like googling online like, you know, places you can find to fish. So anyway, those are my little ramblings. This is the dad's room. For the dad's room, I wanted it to be cabin vibes, so I incorporated a lot of dark wood into his bedroom. His bedroom, I think, is one of the nicer bedrooms. It doesn't have a window. Sorry, let me rephrase what I said before. This pack lacks windows in the apartments, and it lacks places to fish. Just gotta say it. So I tried. That's why I think I've been always struggling with these apartments, because I find it so strange to have a bedroom without a window. But I decided that the dad would have a bedroom without a window, and I think it actually suits his space. It makes it really cabiny and cozy. And as you can see, I added some fish, which is why I was thinking about the fish, because I made him like a very outdoorsy cabin camp dad. So he likes fishing, he likes like the woods, and he also, you see that little restaurant sign, so I put that there in like inspiration that is his first restaurant he ever owned, and he decided to keep the sign, and so that was the inspiration. And then there, it's going to be the twins' room, and then this is the older brother's room. So he is a teen. I added a window, one window, because I wish I could have added them on the side. That would have made so much more sense. Bless me. I also wish we could have edited the balconies. So those are my biggest frustrations. I don't understand why there aren't enough windows. I say this every time I build in an apartment here. Where are my windows? So the son, he's going to be, again, camp vibes. After I decorated the dad's room for camp vibes, I decided to keep like all of the bedding and dressers the same, because I thought maybe he bought them in bulk, it was cheaper, and I like the aesthetic because it adds continuity in the space. And even in the girls' room, the color, because it's brown and white, it's very neutral. It suits their two different styles and personalities, so even though they have the same bedspread, it actually works for all of the rooms. So this is kids' room. I had a lot of skill building stuff into his space, but like it's his own little teen haven. He's got his music, a computer, and an easel. So I quite like it. And the girls are going to share a dresser just because they're pretty fat, these dressers, and I didn't really want them to have two. Maybe when they become teens and if they decide to own more clothing, they might want to have a second dresser. But for now, it's fine. I also used this wall specifically as like a neutral wall. So instead of breaking up the space, one side of their bed has the door and one side has the dresser. So they like share that space, but otherwise we're the bed where they hang out. And I eventually add a divider. It breaks up the space. Except for this wall, the space is broken up. And I gave them a bedroom with a window, and then I covered it with curtains. I wish we had smaller curtains, because these ones, I really think they're ugly, I'm not gonna lie. I wish we had like white, black, brown colors. I don't like, they don't always suit a room with the 3 different tones of colors. So don't mind this yellow one in here, but more often than not, I'm like, oh, these don't really work. But I wish they did, because they are the ideal size for skinny windows. And here I am trying to figure out how to add a divider. I didn't want this squiggly divider, I wanted a straight one. But I couldn't add 2 because it just made the space too thick. Like it jutted out too far, and then I knew the second bed was going to be unusable. So instead I just went with 1 divider, and that is that. So left bedroom, right bedroom, left bed, right bed. The differences in their spaces, one's a little bit more into like mythical creatures, and the other one is a little bit more pink oriented. She likes the color pink, and that's literally the only 2 differences I had when I was designing them. So the one on the right likes a little bit more mythology, and the one on the left has a bit more colorful pink based aesthetic. And so as you can see, the neutral wall has a lot of toys and stuff like that. I wasn't able to add a lab station, and that is that. I think actually in retrospect, this apartment would have actually been a little bit better if there had been a second computer, because if there are 4 Sims, yes, in retrospect I think I would have liked a second computer. We could easily add a laptop to the dining room table. On this wall side, it took me ages. I was looking for this very one specific thing. We'll see it when it pops up, but it's actually under paintings instead of wall decorations, and is why it took me absolute ages to find. And I wanted to put up that beautiful embroidery, cross stitching I think, but right above the bed, but it kept on glitching and disappearing, so I couldn't add it, which made me very sad. So this is what I was looking for the whole time, and I think going with the blue vibe, it's just so pastel, it's so cute. I really do like it. Their bedroom, they got the biggest bedroom, but they shared the bedroom, so that does make sense. And then in this large space is going to be the living room and the kitchen. Seriously, like, why can't I decorate the outdoor balcony space? Like, they have a door to outside. I should be able to put things outside. It's quite frustrating. Like, it makes more sense if you could actually use it. But alas. So I kept a bit with the brown vibe in the living room too. The kitchen is much brighter, more vibrant, just because again I wanted to show like a difference in the space. But I really do like how the space turned out. I think it's very eco lifestyle plus a little bit cabin vibes. Which for I think eco living is like cabin vibes, eco living, they're sometimes a very symbiotic and or mutualistic relationship. So I also wanted the living room to be a little bit more mature. I didn't want it to have a lot of children influences because there is a teen, there is a parent, and the girls are gonna become teens soon. So I decided to keep the living room a bit more mature. Again, one aspect of toys, but no other like toys in the space. And I think that really suits the space. The fridge just fit perfectly there. I was very happy with it. And in all, they actually have a large kitchen. In real life, you could easily have a massive dining table in here. I decided to go with a bit of a smaller one so that the girls wouldn't have issue getting into their bedroom, because their door is absolutely in an awkward space. It would make more sense for like the parents' room to be in that awkward corner, but again, because the room is bigger, I gave it to the ones that would be sharing. And I added those restaurant photos again just for like inspiration that the dad may have owned and or worked in a restaurant. And then I added one cute little kids vibe. So they're just like, this is a pretty mature space for like a family with a lot of kids, but there are just like inspirational bits everywhere to show that like children do live here. So I do like that. And that's the whole build. So let us go and tour it. Yay! So welcome to this eco family apartment for a single dad and his 3 kids. So as you can see, lots of warm vibes, very welcoming, very stark white ceilings that are not ideal, and a beautiful living room, let's be honest. And then this is the girls' room. It's cozy, it's sweet, and it definitely screams like kids live in this room. It's not as mature as the living room and kitchen, which I really do like. Also, I do not know if you can go through the door because I put string lights on the door, so that is interesting. In here is the bathroom. The bathroom is very contrasty, and that is quite fun. This is the dad's cabin vibe bedroom with a lot of fish. Just remember, it's weird to fish. You can't fish in. Tell me in the comments below if you know how to fish in this world, please. This is the teen kid boys bedroom. A lot of skill building stuff in there. And then that is the whole entire build. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!